Morning of day 3, second night has passed us now. It's about 6:15 in the morning. So the sun is actually just starting to come up behind us. Actually, it hasn't crested yet, but obviously it's on its way, hence the light. And then this mountain ridge here, this is Kilimanjaro, so it's going to be really neat. The sun will probably end up coming up around here. I didn't think to do it. It was cloudy last night, some overcast, but I guess the clouds cleared a little bit, and the stars were apparently quite spectacular, which you can only imagine given that there's no light pollution out in this part of the world. So hopefully we'll have an opportunity to take a look at that today, this evening. But today we're at 11,600 feet right now. We're climbing up to 13,500 feet today. So roughly another 2,000 feet. Today's supposed to be a much more gradual climb than yesterday was. Yesterday was pretty steep at parts. A lot of fun, very technical. It was a great experience as well. But yeah, last night, in comparison to the night before, I had a really good sleep for the most part. I went to bed at around 9:15 or so. I've been awake since 4, just kind of waiting for the camp to stir. You could hear the cooks getting up early as well, getting everything prepared. Just the rustle of tents, the zippers, the rustle of sleeping bags. Again, there's a lot of people here. There's more than just our group, right? So all the noise kind of adds up. But yeah, so we're kind of just waiting for every morning they make hot water, they brew coffee, tea, instant coffee if you don't want to wait. So we're just kind of waiting for that right now. It should be ready soon. So there's actually a stream that they collect the water from that's just really close to the camp here. So they go down, collect the water, then they boil it, and then they treat it as well. So we're just kind of waiting for that to be prepared right now as people get out. But I don't know, geez, it looks like it's getting even brighter. Again, I don't think I can say it enough that the camera, the lens, just doesn't capture what the eye does. There's just a tad past 7 o'clock in the morning here, and as you can see, the sun is kind of starting to rise. It's just about to crest over the horizon there, the mountain. If I look behind me over here, you can see that the sun is making its way over. So we're just probably a couple minutes away from this cresting, and it's really quite nice. A lot of people sitting around kind of waiting, looking to take pictures. But if you look behind me over here, there's a lot of hustle and bustle and busyness in the camp. Again, pretty good experience. Stopping for one of our first breaks, actually maybe our second break, I suppose, on the trek of the third day, making our way up the mountain here. We're camping right here tonight, so we're about an hour away from our next stop, which will be lunch. But I've taken a whole bunch of pictures of this landscape, and I'll say it again, and I'll keep saying it this whole time, that I know that the picture isn't going to do it any justice what we're seeing here. I've taken so many pictures because every time I look up and I see something, I say that's just phenomenal. Try to snap a picture, but anyway, like I said, we're stopping for our break. Here's everybody pulling snacks out, having water, sitting down. We've been walking for a couple of hours now, I think. And but we've only actually done about 700 feet. Today's relatively flat. Again, we kind of came from kind of down in this area, so relatively flat today is in comparison to yesterday, which was a big incline. So continuing on.
Tusker team! Woo!
Here, hold on, I
Kilimanjaro! Kilimanjaro! Souvenir Pesa, 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 pesa. Pesa, pesa.
I could live here. It's only a 4-day hike for groceries. I mean, just grab it on the way home from work.
Yeah.
Don't forget the milk. So pretty much the end of day 3 here, kind of, anyways. We just rolled into camp. Here it is set up in the background. We're made our way up pretty far. I think we're at about 13,000 feet today. And we're actually kind of sitting inside of a little valley here, which is really neat. It's carved out from the water pouring through the valley over millions of years. We walked through some caves on the way up. And I took a couple of pictures of a lava tunnel, which was really interesting kind of formation. So Kilimanjaro, obviously, in case you don't know, is a volcano. Last time it erupted, I guess, was millions of years ago. But all this rock, like all this rock that I'm standing on right here, and all the rocks all throughout here is all lava rock. So as we were walking along, there was this little cave that was, what, I don't know, maybe 3 feet tall and about maybe 4 feet wide, right? And it literally looked like a man-made structure, all smooth on the inside, and it kind of went in maybe around 10 to 15 feet deep or so, and then it seemed to have ended there. I didn't crawl all the way in, but yeah, just neat stuff. Again, can't say it enough. Taking a million pictures of things that we'll never really be able to capture that, you know, the experience that we're having. Anyways, yeah, that's kind of midday through kind of end to midday of day 3. Tomorrow, I guess what we're doing tomorrow is we are hiking up to about 15,000 feet as a peak, and then we come back down again to 13,000 feet, and that's well, partially the formation the way it is, but the way that they set up their set up the camps, the locations. The camps are always in the same spot. Is that it is allowing your body to acclimatize to the altitude. I'm doing pretty good. So they check our oxygen levels every day. They check your check your lungs rather, to make sure there's no fluid building up in your lungs. They check your oxygen levels as well. So my oxygen levels have been really good, pretty steady, in the mid to low 90s, and then they check your pulse as well. Again, really good, hovering roughly around 60 or so. So that's been pretty good. One thing that I do notice though, like even just right now, like I'm finding myself to be out of breath. So slow, slow, slow. You know, the saying that they say up here all the time is pole, pole, which is slow, slow, or just slow. Actually, apparently pole once is sorry, pole is slow. So a really slow pace going up. And you know, you feel good, and then as soon as you're trying to exert yourself just the slightest amount, you really notice it. So even just me talking constantly, I'm finding myself kind of just slightly out of breath. So anyways, that's kind of our experience so far.